Grace Emmie Rose Millane was 22, adventurous, and full of plans. After graduating from university in England, she set off on a long-dreamed-of solo backpacking trip around the world. By late 2018, she had made it to New Zealand, her final stop. Eager to explore its mountains, cities, and people before heading home for Christmas. In late November, Grace arrived in Auckland. She checked into a city hostel, called home often, and sent photos to her family's WhatsApp group, smiling selfies, skylines, and snapshots of a life being joyfully lived. December 1st was her birthday. That evening, she arranged to meet a man she'd matched with on a dating app. CCTV captured the beginning of what should have been an ordinary night out. Grace and the man met in a busy part of Auckland, walked together between several bars, laughing, talking, and appearing at ease. Cameras showed them sharing drinks, sitting close, and later entering a city hotel lift together. This was the last clear image of Grace alive. When Grace didn't respond to birthday messages the next day and then missed a plan to call her family, immediately grew worried. She was close to them, especially her mother, and it was out of character for her to go silent. After 48 hours, with no contact, her parents reported her missing. New Zealand police launched a major investigation. Detectives quickly traced her movements through extensive CCTV footage and digital records. They identified the man she'd been with that night and brought him in for questioning. At first, he claimed their date had ended amicably and that Grace had left on her own. As police dug deeper, examining his phone, the hotel room, and his internet searches, his story began to unravel. A grim reality emerged. Grace hadn't simply walked away. Forensic evidence in the hotel room indicated she had died there. Surveillance footage then showed the man buying a suitcase, cleaning supplies, and renting a car. Days later, on December 9th, police discovered Grace's body in dense bushland west of Auckland, concealed in a suitcase and buried in a shallow grave. The news devastated her family, who had flown to New Zealand still hoping to bring her home alive. Her father, David Millane, stood before cameras with tears in his eyes, describing Grace as lovely, outgoing, fun, and thanking the people of New Zealand for their support, even in their darkest moment. In November 2019, after a high-profile trial, a jury found the man Grace had met that night guilty of murder. The judge later sentenced him to life in prison with a minimum non-parole period. The case sparked global discussions about violence against women, online dating safety, and how victims are portrayed in court and media. Grace's family chose to honor her spirit by creating the Love Grace campaign, collecting handbags filled with toiletries and essentials for women escaping domestic violence, turning their grief into something that might protect others. Grace Millane set out to see the world, believing in its beauty and in the kindness of strangers. Her story is a heartbreaking reminder that trust can be betrayed, but also that compassion, solidarity, and love can rise even from tragedy. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more stories like this.